Welcome to How AI Happens, a podcast where experts explain their work at the cutting edge of artificial intelligence. You'll hear from AI researchers, data scientists, and machine learning engineers as they get technical about the most exciting developments in their field and the challenges they're facing along the way. I'm your host, Rob Stevenson, and we're about to learn how AI happens. Here with me today on How AI Happens is the former head of AI over at Yes Bank, a litany of titles in the AI space. Currently, he serves as the Chief Digital Officer over at Allied Digital Services, Utpal Chakraborty. Utpal, welcome to the podcast. How are you today?
Hello, Rob. I'm good. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm really great. I'm excited to be meeting with you. There's a lot of different directions that we can take this conversation because you, in addition to all of the work you're doing at Allied, you have a lot of just experience in the AI space. And I don't know, I'm just like a kid in the candy store because where is this going to go? But excited to learn from you today. Would you mind, for the folks at home, sharing a little bit about your background and how you wound up in your current role at Allied?
So my journey with the artificial intelligence started around 15 years back when I was thrown into a project. Okay, at that point of time, I was not much aware of the different technologies that come under artificial intelligence. But I took that as a challenge and then learned a lot of new things, like mainly on the linguistic area, NLP, and then machine learning and deep learning. And we successfully delivered that particular project. And subsequently, we got multiple other projects. And that's how I started learning. I started doing some research on artificial intelligence and then moved into different career ladders, like heading the artificial intelligence and the analytics vertical in Yes Bank. So that is a banking domain. So a lot of experience there because you have got a huge amount of data. So actually, you can play around with data and you can actually do a lot of things with AI. And then moved into Allied Digital. In Allied Digital also, there are a huge amount of data because we have got a smart cities wherein you got data from different sources. And also you have got a fintech vertical in Allied Digital wherein we do R&D in fintech. We build fintech solutions. We have developed a product called FinoAllied, which is a conversational banking platform. So this is how the journey is.
I see. So would you share maybe, how would you characterize Allied Digital's mission?
Yeah, so Allied Digital is a customer-centric kind of organization wherein, customer is at the center stage and all our products, services, whatever we are offering are all aligned towards the success of the customer. Okay, so that's how I can define it, and that is there in our DNA. So the new gen technologies that we implement today are on the clouds. There are AI solutions and services. Of course, we have got a smart city, as I told you. And also, what we are trying to do is we are trying to bring that automation and also that cognitive element into the entire workflow or the process. So that is our idea. And so if we talk about smart cities, in the smart cities, we have got command and control center. Okay, but this command and control center, if you look at today, you cannot categorize it as a very smart command and control center. Okay, wherein the cognitive elements are there, but it is not that much. But there is a huge scope to bring in AI into that, as well as bring in a lot of optimization in that particular area.
Can you share what you mean when you say smart cities? I want to get into the Allied opportunity with crunching this data from smart cities, but I guess it's probably useful to define it first.
Yes. So currently, if you look at, and by the way, we are pioneer in smart city in India. Okay, so many of the smart cities we have built in India. So I think there are two parts to it. One is definitely the infrastructure part, wherein actually you put all your infrastructure in the smart city. Okay, and then bring all those information into your command and control center, wherein you can actually control and deliver commands to the parts whenever required. But apart from so this is a traditional way of doing that, and probably in many countries this is already happening. But now going one step ahead, okay, now how to bring that intelligence into that smart city? So if you are providing some kind of a citizen-centric app, right? Wherein citizen, looking at the app, citizen can understand if they are traveling something, what is the traffic condition, is there any incident that happened at that particular place. There could be many other things. So those things can only be done once you pump in all your data from different sources. Okay, it could be your traffic management system, it could be your different CCTV cameras, it could be some other sources, and you actually put it into a data lake kind of arrangement and build some data marts, and you run analytics on top of that, okay, and bring out that intelligence and provide it on demand to the citizens. So that is one part. Second part is the optimization. So optimization is something which has been not looked into in a very serious manner in many of the smart city projects that I know, even across the globe. But I can see, as an AI expert, I can see there is a huge opportunity for doing optimization of resources. It could be your electric resources, it could be water resources, it could be anything and everything, right? So that is also possible by implementing machine learning into different parts of your smart city solutions.
Would it be necessary to distribute sensors all over the smart city, or would you be able to synthesize from existing closed circuit television, satellite, etc.? Or how would you manage to capture this data, I guess is my question.
Yeah, so it is both the ways, and I think that optimization is very, very important, like where from actually you need to take the data. So of course, some information definitely you need to have this sensor. For example, the garbage management system. So for your garbage management system, the garbage bins and all those things, you cannot rely on satellite data, right? I mean, satellite data is going to give you nothing, right? So there you need sensors. So I'm just giving you an example. So then, but a flood situation, right? So there, probably, I mean, it's a mixture of the satellite information and the information that you have with your IoT sensors that are embedded across the smart city, right? So it is like both the things, and on top of that, run machine learning and come out with the right kind of assessment of the situation, and then you inform the administration and the citizens accordingly so that they can take care of themselves accordingly.
Got it. So looking back at just Allied's sort of role in developing smart cities or even in rolling out these fintech services, for you at a high level, what made it clear that AI machine learning was the right approach for these services?
Yes. So traditionally, many of the things are already happening. So it is like, for example, in the fintech is a new division. And in this new division, definitely, I mean, AI machine learning is something which is required. Because, I mean, again, it is conversational AI, conversational banking. So definitely AI element is very, very important. But apart from that, if I talk about other initiatives, okay, what I found is things are already happening and we are delivering our services to a great extent up to the satisfaction of the authorities. But how to go beyond that? That's where I think you can add extra value to your services or products for that matter. And that's where this cognitive technologies comes into picture. So for example, I'll give you another example also. So you have got a product in service management. Okay, so it's a basically service management system. It's a product. Okay, so now this service, the name of the product is Editas. So this product, we have got already 100 plus customers. Many big customers are there. Customers are happy because this is quite a flexible tool in terms of, I mean, creating tickets and then the entire life cycle of the tickets and creating dashboards, looking into that. So managing those things is very, very, even in the command and control center also, it can be integrated. And if any incidents comes, then you have got a workflow, right? So it goes to this particular team. If they resolve, then it goes to another team. And then that particular incident is closed. But when I looked at it, well, this is a brilliant tool, but how we can take this tool one step ahead. And that's where the AI and machine learning came into picture. I thought, okay, fine. Okay, so now, I mean, how can I give voice command so that in a natural language, if I talk to a system should understand and the system should do that. So that is the kind of thing that is happening. In Allied fintech platform, it is actually completely powered by AI. So we consciously took that decision that let's use AI as much as possible, because futuristically, probably today, some of the AI components we can eliminate because probably a rule engine can do that. Okay, but futuristically, if you look at, we'll have to use AI because probably right now we don't have that much of data, but tomorrow definitely we're going to get data and our models will be much more advanced. So extensively machine learning models and AI has been used across the Pinot Allied platform so that we can make this platform very, very seamless, very, very plug and play kind of a thing, very, very intelligent in terms of giving any kind of analytics. For example, I'll tell you, so many platforms are available wherein if it is implemented in a bank gets all kind of analytics what they require. So how many fixed deposits has been booked? Okay, these fixed deposits are coming from which segment of the customer, and like how many transactions are happening. Out of that, how many fraudulent transactions are happening, or those kind of information they can see in a dashboard. So those kind of analytics everybody is giving. Now what we did is basically we are giving customer analytics. Now as a bank customer, you can have all analytics just giving a voice command in your vernacular. Okay, so it is completely multilingual, and you can get that analytics in front of your eyes. Like, what is my utility expenses in last quarter? Okay, so now in utility, there are many things comes. Your electricity bill, your water bill, your internet bill, your any other things. This all comes under utility. Okay, but my machine learning model understands what is utility, what is doing. And if I say, what is my trend in spend in entertainment? Okay, so it automatically understands like my last 6 months, what is the trend of my spend in entertainment items like movies, theaters, this, that, and all those things. And it will also show you the predictive. The trend goes in this way, then probably for next 3 months, this is going to be the trend. So this is going to be a game changer. And it is already, in the banking industry, people are liking a lot. Okay, so this is going to be the game changer.
Yeah, it's interesting because you're deploying these fintech products, but also you think a lot about the opportunity of just optimizing kind of every process when you look at like a complicated organism like a city, for example. So I guess I keep coming back to this. It sounds like Allied is trying to boil the ocean in a way. And when you're at a company that size, you can, right? Because you have so many resources at your disposal. So for your approach here, is it just efficiency? Is it optimization? What does success look like? And what is sort of the end goal for you when you're looking at how do we help people understand trends about their personal spending, but also how do we help garbage trucks have more efficiency? What is the ultimate kind of like through line connecting all of these together?
Yeah. So ultimately we categorize ourselves as services industry, right? So we are a software services. So here, the customer success is our success in that way. So that customer could be a Fortune 500, it could be a bank, it could be anything. Wherever either we are giving our services or our product is running in their environment, kind of thing. So I think all those things, some of the things are already given, like as you said, like the automation. Yes, of course, if you don't do automation, you'll not be able to do savings. And every customer today, they are looking for savings. Second thing, if you don't do automation, you will not be able to bring that agility into their processes, okay, which is very, very important today. So your backbone should be strong enough, your backbone processes should be strong enough to support your front-end processes so that you can actually make the entire system agile for your customer. But I think the most important thing, which the entire world is basically after today, is basically the customer experience. Now, customer experience as a whole, this word is a very volatile word. Okay, it has got many meanings and it has been used interchangeably here and there. But what I feel is, if you want to give a customer experience, there are two parts to it. One is the utility part. Okay, so whatever utility you are providing to the customers, whether that customer is getting that utility in a seamless manner. Okay, so that is one part. Second thing, and which is most important thing, is the wow factor. Probably 10 other people are providing that services seamlessly, okay, but that wow factor is not there. But how you can bring that wow factor in that, and that is only possible if you use the technology like artificial intelligence and machine learning. And that's why our aim is in Allied Digital that we want to bring that wow factor into each and every service, product, solution that we provide to our customer, and in turn, they provide to the end customer.
Yeah, you touch on something interesting here, which is that it's not simply enough to develop a fantastic technology, right? Certainly not in the private sector, because people have to use it, people have to understand it. And this design thinking approach, I've heard it called, right? Like thinking with the end user in mind. It sounds more and more like that's everyone's job. Like, it's not enough to be a fantastic data scientist or machine learning engineer. Every person in the process of developing this technology has to be thinking with the end user in mind. Is that how you think about it at Allied Digital? Like, obviously because you're customer centric, but I guess my question is, whose job is it to be putting themselves in the shoes of the end user and designing something that is seamless for them?
Absolutely. I think it is the job of everyone. Although you have got a CX team who are expert into the customer experience part of it, but your developer should also understand it well. Okay, if your developer is not understanding. So I think it is the entire journey of your product or solution development and the people who are involved into different stages. It could be your developer, it could be your tester, it could be your experienced people. Everyone should be aligned in that way that this is the experience that we are going to provide to our customer. I mean, when we talk about customer experience, there should not be any ambiguity. Okay, so what kind of experience you should be able to define it. You should also be able to quantify it, right, for a particular thing. So if you cannot put this in a paper, that for this particular solution, these are the features and these are the extra factors that I am giving it to the customer. And if you cannot quantify it, I think in that case, I think you will not be able to provide that customer experience. Because I think many times I have seen people are confused when we talk about customer experience. There are many things comes under that. But I think the best way to deliver it, basically define it, that these are the things that I am going to define in this particular manner. And of course, I'll also see like whether it is what. So C side is very, very important. So now if you look at our FinValid product, it is a banking transactional system. So for each and every transaction, if somebody sends the money, if somebody sends some, pays a utility bill, or somebody books a fixed deposit or a recurrent deposit, for each and every transaction, what we take the customer feedback. Okay, in a soft manner. Because today, if you look at, if you ask anybody to give a feedback, okay, so they will not be able to give a hard feedback. It is very difficult. So you make it a soft feedback by putting some emojis, okay, or some thumbs up, thumb down, or there are different mechanisms there. 1 to 10 scale, you select something, and you get that, and run analytics on that, and see every transaction, how people are liking, disliking, or is it okay, is it a wow? So that is very, very important, I think.
Yeah, of course. Utpal, before I let you go, I wanted to just ask you about the AI space sort of writ large. Whether it's at Allied or outside Allied, could you share something in the space that has you truly excited, maybe a possible use case or just development in AI technology that you think is going to be truly disruptive?
Yes. So today, if you look at almost every industry, AI applications are being built. And AI implementation is in full swing. So people have already understood, at least if I talk about even from an Indian context also. So a lot of AI implementations are happening across different industries. But having said that, as I'm coming from a banking and finance kind of industry, there is a huge opportunity there. And already a lot of things are happening there. So starting from your customer facing applications, till your backend applications, there are a lot of AI use cases, and even the embedded AI, wherein basically I can embed my AI elements into the very, very core banking applications, like core banking applications, LMS, loan management systems, my credit card systems, and all other systems. So that embedded AI is also happening. Even fintechs, okay, who were basically tying up with banks, and who are dealing with mainly the front-end part of the banking, now they are also finding opportunities to implement AI into the other areas which are not front-end or customer-facing, which are the core business of the bank or financial institution. So when I talk bank, probably bank, insurance, and all other financial issues. So there is a huge opportunity there. Apart from that, yes, healthcare and medicine are another area where a lot of things are happening. So I know some of the startups or some of the companies, they are also coming up, and they came to me for different kind of advices on their applications. So there are also a lot of good things happening. But I'm pretty excited on the finance side, and also this IIoT kind of things, which are like a smart city, this, that, and all. This is going to be a game changer. And also to tell you, now Web 3.0 is coming. The metaverse is coming. So here, once Web 3.0 is implemented in a democratic manner, at that point of time, and AI is given in Web 3.0, right? So it's an integral part of Web 3.0. So now we will see any application you develop, AI element is going to be there, right? So I think it's a very exciting time for artificial intelligence if we talk about. Of course, other subsidiary technologies are also there, because when we talk about Web 3.0, AR, VR, your blockchain, all other contributing technologies are there. But AI definitely is there, and it is going to play a major role into the entire thing.
Utpal, this has been fantastic chatting with you today. Thank you so much for taking the time and meeting with me. I've loved learning from you.
Thank you so much, Rob. It was really great talking to you.
How AI Happens is brought to you by Sama. Sama provides accurate data for ambitious AI. Specializing in image, video, and sensor data annotation and validation for machine learning algorithms in industries such as transportation, retail, e-commerce, media, medtech, robotics, and agriculture. For more information, head to sama.com.